Hi everyone, my name is Syrinx and I'm starting a new series called Namaste Cosplay where I show you how to slay your cosplays Indian style. So, for this one, since this is my first episode, I thought I'd just introduce to you how to cosplay in India, alright? Like if you're a beginner, if you want to start and, you know, just a basic how to. The easiest way would be just to buy a costume. I mean, I make some of my costumes, I buy some of them, but if you really want to start and, if you have no experience, but a lot of money to throw, it's not that expensive, I promise. It used to be a very expensive hobby, but it's very affordable now. So, with the power of internet, there are many websites to buy stuff from, and I think we can get into that. So let's look at the pros and cons of buying a costume. First up, it's very easy to buy a costume. Uh, you get what you want with minimal effort. It's quite easy to pay for these costumes because there are a number of payment gateways that you can use, and you will likely be able to order this just in time and avoid that con madness or con fever, whatever thing that cosplayers have that drives them a little insane, a little close to the con season. Con sides, it can get expensive. Uh, the costume, the quality, it's a huge topic to cover, but I can show some examples of costumes that are good quality and bad quality. But there's no sure shot way of getting a good costume. Some of them don't arrive in time. Customs is a big they just customs hates us, okay, and everything and anything will get stuck in customs. It is basically purely on luck on whether you get your costume or not. That is, believe, the biggest con. But other than that, it's mostly costume quality. You will never get anything that fits you just right, and you will definitely have to make some modifications. So let's look at the different sites that I buy my costumes from. My favorite is always AliExpress. The other ones, I'm not very happy with eBay because almost everything from eBay gets stuck in customs. I don't know, that's just my personal experience. AliExpress does happen to be my favorite one. Other than that, there's one called L Email or under Wig Supplier. Then there is Rolikos. I like the costumes from there as well. And there is Taobao, which is another Chinese site, but I have never used it, and I don't think you can order from there unless you have a third party agent, which is kind of really funky and eh. One of the reasons that AliExpress is really my favorite site to buy from is because there's no shipping, and there's also it also accepts debit cards. I really am very bad with my credit card, so I hate putting that in. And otherwise, most of these sites accept PayPal or credit cards. PayPal is basically just one step ahead from your credit card. Ultimately, you have to use your credit card. I am not very comfortable doing that, but AliExpress accepts debit cards. You just have to make sure that your bank approves for international transactions on your debit card. None of these sites, however, use net banking or UPI, so I'm afraid that's a downside. Another thing about these sites that ship, while some areas of the country receive their items very fast, like maybe Delhi or Kolkata, places like Mumbai, south of Mumbai, and definitely northeast of India, items get stuck in customs. It takes forever to arrive. It can take anywhere between 2 to 4 months, sometimes even 6 months for an item to arrive. Let me show you how some of these sites work and my little tiny tips and tricks of how to get the best costumes and the best options available and how to select from them because all of them use the same stock photos. I'm gonna show you exactly what it's like when you browse the PC. Let's type out for AliExpress, Doki Doki the Treasure Club. Yep, there you go, and you see plenty of options. You can go for the sale, they often have a sale, but I wouldn't really choose that mostly. Free shipping and the star options, rating options is what you should be picking on most of the times. And you can go and check all your options that you have. A variety with a lot of different price range, and even some pillows. Always check the number of orders that each seller has received. This one's received quite a few. Oh, that's an L email one. That's why. Haha. Ooh, check this one out. 12 orders. Pretty decent. You can always look at the feedback check for pictures. Most of the times they don't have pictures. Also, none of these reviews are paid. Checking another wig. I was there. It looks pretty decent and they have good feedbacks. 5 of them with pictures. So you can see really good real-time proper reviews of each item. Let's check out L email. There's always a sale happening, there's always some sort of discount happening. You can check for very niche characters, individual characters for their costumes as well. Like Kizuno Ai. They have a nice processing time along with the items. Most importantly, their sizing is really good. Like very detailed sizing for each of them. They mentioned that it's Asian size also. You can check the seller guarantees as well. And shipping. Shipping from AliExpress is usually 2 months, but L email generally has it within 3 weeks. Rollercoaster as well has the same sort of setup. It's very similar to AliExpress. In fact, it kind of looks like a mini AliExpress site with the very same page format, same website format. And again, very detailed sizes. So now that you know how to navigate through these sites, especially AliExpress, let me show you some of the costumes that I got from AliExpress. Now keep in mind that some of these costumes did come in time, like within 3-week period that they generally do, but I'm not always happy with the quality. Almost all of these costumes have a very weird cotton uniform material, which I'm not very happy with. I like a bit of customization in my costumes, but if you're okay with that, if it doesn't matter to you, by all means. Secondly, some of the material that comes in is very, very cheap. They do skimp out. I mean, if you have a whole costume that costs less than 4 grand or less than 3 grand, they're bound to be cutting corners somewhere. So I'm going to show you 3 costumes that I have. Good quality, mediocre quality, and really bad quality. First one is my Megurine Luca one, the Senbon Sakura arc. I was gonna show a picture of it in transition, but apparently the costume is here. So this is my Luca Megurine costume. It's very pretty. The sleeves are perfect in size. The sizing for this was really good. I believe I ordered a medium or a small for this one, and I love the fact that these painted on flowers, they're properly painted on with a nice stencil. The quality is really, really good. There are no frays, there are no loose ends. Yeah, it buttons up, it ties up very well, including the white apron that came with it. It's pretty good. I mean, all in all, a very basic one. I love the plates on it. It's exactly like the cosplays should be, and the frills are nice. It was overall a very good fitting. Let's go on to a mediocre costume. Again, I was definitely gonna just show you a picture of me wearing it. So my skirt for Seo from Gekkan Shoujo Nozoki-kun was really small, okay? It barely covers my butt, and I am telling you, I do not have a big butt. I would like to, I don't. It's a very small butt, and it covers a very small portion of it. It was highly uncomfortable to wear this out in public. I would not do it without tights. The blazer that came with it was pretty good quality though. Slightly small, but pretty good. Moving on, everything with a white shirt that I've ever bought for a costume is always see-through. It is very, very cheap quality, paper thin. And these buttons are absolutely ridiculous. They're ugly. They're transparent and the main role of the buttons is not to be visible, but somehow they are ugly and visible. Don't like it. And this was a mediocre costume. Let me show you one that was so bad I did not actually wear it. Here it comes. This is my friend's Kirin Satsuki cosplay. And believe me, when I say this was supposed to be a double XL. I don't know if this is a double XL for a school grader. It's definitely not double XL for me. So that's the sad part. The worst is just, it looks pretty bad. There's no shape to it. pretty rectangular, and this gold is just shiny. Like every time I want something with gold accents on it, I usually pick a matte gold or a matte flat gold ribbon to go with it, or maybe something with a more silk sheen. This is just cheap and ugh. In some places, it's actually not even stitched in place. Most of the times, if you get a costume like this, or if I get a costume like this, I modify it by putting another stitch down the line towards the waist so that it accents my body a little better. Another place where they scrimp is the shoulder pads. Like, nobody should have to ever wear something like this. I don't even know how much was this. How much was this?
4K.
4,000! This was not worth a penny. So that's about it. I hope this was useful to any of y'all who are maybe starting out cosplay for the first time or who have any difficulties buying cosplays online. If any of this was useful, please put up pictures on Instagram, tag me, send it to me. Use the hashtag #NamaSlayCosplay. And I hope you slay your cosplays. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, I would be very glad to answer all of them. See you next time. Bye-bye.